Hello, hello. It's homework time. Okay. So for today's homework, there are 6 problems on your sheet. 2, 4, 6. I'm going to complete this one and this one with you. And then you're going to do the final 4. Okay. So our success criteria today was I can use the area formula and subtraction to find the area of a shaded region. So when we found the area of combined rectangles, we added them together because we were finding the total of 2 rectangles. Okay? Here, we are finding the area of the shaded region. So that means the part in the rectangle that is shaded, that is the darker gray color. So in order to do that, we have to find the area of the large rectangle, and then we need to find the area of the smaller rectangle and subtract the smaller rectangle from the larger. Okay? Oh, I have the hiccups. Okay. So let's get started. There's not a lot of room, so I really want you, I'm going to give you a blank sheet of paper. Let me actually get some paper out right now so I remember to do that. I'm going to give you scrap paper, and you're going to, on your scrap paper, you're going to do all the math because this requires some long multiplication, okay? So if I were you, I would also on my paper, just right now, write many zoos, many animals, because actually, let me just remind you, this is the only one that you're going to have 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication. However, I want to remind you, so when you multiply 20 times 20, remember to underline, you can underline the 2's, and then you have 2 zeros, right? So 2 times 2 is 4, and then you put on the 2 zeros. So 20 times 20 is 400. Okay, remember that trick? We just tack on the 0. So multiply 2 times 2, and then you'll tack on the zeros. Okay. Anyway, let's start number 1. So just like when we did combined rectangles, we're gonna set it up the same way. I'm just gonna put a number 1. I'm gonna write in pen so you see it better. Number 1. So just like when we worked with the combined rectangles, we need to solve for the area 2 times. This time for the bigger rectangle and then the one inside, okay? So think of it as a wall, and this is a window. And we want just enough paint to paint the wall. We don't want to get paint for this entire rectangle because that would include the window. I want to save money. I only need enough paint to paint the shaded region, okay? So I'm going to say area equals length times width, and then I'm going to write it again. Area equals length times width. I'm going to do my little line. Okay, now I'm going to focus on the larger rectangle first. Let me make sure I'm recording. Yes, okay. So my length is 16. And remember, measuring from here to here. 16, so area equals 16 times. And my width is from here to here, 7. Okay? 16 times 7. Area equals, 16 times 7, I cannot skip count, so I'm going to set up long multiplication. 16 times 7, okay? Then I'm going to multiply 7 times 6, and I'm going to skip count by 7 6 times. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42. Stop. 6 times 7 is 42. The 2 in the ones place down here. Carry the 4 in the tens place. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 4. I'm going to put a 7 in my head and count up. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 16 times 7 is 112. And this is measured in meters. The M stands for meters, square meters, okay? All right, now I'm gonna look at the smaller rectangle within the larger one, okay? Now you see these arrows? This arrow is pointing to this side, and this arrow is pointing to this side, okay? So area equals, my length is 9 times my width is 4. Area equals, now I'm gonna skip count by 9s 4 times. 9, 18, 27, 36, stop, 36 square meters. Okay, now I need to solve to find out the area of just the shaded region, okay? So I'm going to need to subtract because I need to remove this space, this rectangle, right, to just have the shaded region. So, and I'm gonna write it right here. So 112 minus 36. And I'm writing it vertically. I'm lining up my ones, my tens, my hundreds, so I can subtract. 2 minus 6. I cannot take 6 from 2, so I need to go next door and borrow a 10, and my 2 becomes a 12. 12 minus 6, I can do that. I'm going to put a 6 in my head and count up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 6 fingers up. 6. Ooh, 0 minus 3. Can't do it. I can't take anything from 0. So my 0 is going to become a 10, and this one is going to become a 0. 10 minus 3, I'm going to start from 3, put a 3 in my head, and count up with my fingers. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 7. That's my answer, 76, because I'm just left with a 0. 76 square meters, and I'm going to box my answer. Okay? So tomorrow in class, you'll easily be able to find it. If I'm checking your work, I'll easily be able to find where your answer is. Because there's lots of math going on. We want to be able to see our answer. Okay. So now I'm going to draw a line. And moving on to this one. We're going to work the same steps. I'm still finding the area of the shaded region. So I'm going to start with my larger rectangle. But first, I'm going to write, I'm going to just fold this so you can see. You don't fold it, I'm just folding it so I can line this up. Okay, so looking at my rectangle, I'm going to solve for this big one and the smaller rectangle. So I'm going to set up area equals length times width 2 times. Draw a little line. Okay. The big one, area equals, now I need to find what the big side is. 7. The longer side is 7. From corner to corner, 7 feet times 4. Area equals, I'm going to skip count by 7 4 times. A lot of you are getting a little like saying the answer really fast, but often we're saying the wrong answer. We're close, but we're not totally getting it. So skip counting is your safest bet right now. We're getting way more fluent, right? But skip counting is a safe bet. If you're not positive what the answer is, take a couple seconds and skip count. Here we go. 7, 14, 21, 28. 7 times 4 is 28 square feet. And again, if you're not sure what the FT stands for, it doesn't matter. Just put it down, okay? All right, now focusing on the smaller square in the inside, or rectangle. It's definitely a rectangle because 3 feet by 2 feet, right? It looks like that's why I always say don't judge just by the picture, because this looks like a square to me at first glance, but then when I go and I look at the measurements, it is not. 3 feet by 2 feet. Okay, so area equals, my width is 3, and I mean my length is 3 and my width is 2. If you happen to flip these, it doesn't matter, because we have the commutative property in multiplication. 3 times 2 is really the same as 2 times 3, but we're just practicing setting these up correctly based on our formula. Length is the longer side. But if you flip-flop, it's not the end of the world. All right, area equals 6 feet. Oh, 6 square feet. Whoops. Okay. And now, again, we just want the area of the shaded region, of the gray portion. So we need to subtract. We need this out of here, because if we're getting paint and we only want paint for this shaded region, we don't want to pay for this white part. So we want to take it away. We want to subtract it. So we have 28 minus 6. Starting in the ones place, 6, 7, 8, 2. 22 square feet is my answer. Okay. And now it's time for the secret word. All right, secret word. What time is it? It's 5 minutes. Your secret word of the day is, I'm looking around the room to pick something. Bunny. Easter's right around the corner, and I'm looking at the cute, fluffy butt bunny. Bunny. That's your secret word. How about funny bunny? Funny bunny. Funny bunny wants money. Funny bunny wants money. That's your secret phrase. Funny bunny wants money. Okay. So you're going to complete the final 4. Remember here, 20 times 20. There are 2 ways to solve it. I'm just going to show you that right now really quick. So if you did long multiplication, you would do many zoos, many animals, right? And you start in the ones place, the bottom ones, and multiply up and diagonally. So 0, 0, check. Then we'd put a 0 in our ones place and shift over to our tens place. So bottom tens multiplies always by the ones place first. So 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 2 is 4. Voila. Then we add them. 400. Or, look, 20 times 20. Ooh. Whenever I have zeros on the ends of numbers, I can underline the other digits. I have 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. And then I could tack on or add on 2 zeros. 1 0, 2 0. And you get the same answer, okay? And you could always check your work using the long multiplication strategy, all right? All right, so I will see you tomorrow. Your homework is to complete this worksheet, read 20 minutes and log it, and write 10 sentences using your spelling words, 10 complete sentences. Interesting sentences. Sentences that have adjectives, a nice descriptive wording, okay? Don't rush, neat handwriting. Start with the capital, end with punctuation, and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, come in 7:45 for tutoring to work on our social studies project, okay? All right, see you tomorrow.